Hi there magandang people sa Pilipinas. I am back, your local host Mr. Nacho. Today's topic I thought is MMK. Yeah, I'm doing lots of MMK, but this one is also one of the major special ones for many reasons. It has the name MMK Desaparecidos, and what is already very special about this is an Espanol name for an MMK. You don't have many MMKs who got a name for that. So what I'm trying to say to you is this is very interesting and special. But before watching this video, it would be very great if you could subscribe to my channel, because more great topics like this are on the way, and I want to always supply you with the best reviews possible of MMK and other related topics that are all Pinoy based. So here I start now with MMK Desaparecidos. In MMK Desaparecidos, we have the team up. You could prove me wrong, but I think, in my opinion, it's maybe the only Maalaala Mo Kaya team up of Miss Jaclyn and Miss Claudine Barreto, who were mother and daughter in the famous series Mula Sa Puso. So, and by the time this Maalaala Mo Kaya episode was on the air, it was basically December 1998, Mula Sa Puso was still topping basically the ABS-CBN teleserie charts, and so that is another great factor why they maybe thought we must put these two actresses together in one MMK. So, what we have here now is the story. Actually a story that I have never heard about before. At that time I was watching this on DVD. It's on DVD that is from 2006 or 2007, I don't know. There's not really a date on it. When I first watched this, I did not even hear about this topic. It is the topic about the story about people living during martial law time. You people from Pinas, maybe the older generation, they know what martial law time was. The younger generation, maybe only from history class or so. This story is about Pamilya that was affected during that time. So it's actually the Pamilya of Miss Jaclyn Jose. She was married to a lalaki in the story, obviously 70s. I presume it's 70s, maybe early 70s. And her asawa, it looked like he was an activist. What exactly was his activism is not really shown in this episode. It is only shown that maybe he was some kind of rebel who maybe did not like what was going on politically during the martial law time. But it's not really shown what exactly that was. Or maybe it was shown, but I did not understand because I cannot really understand Tagalog that much. Maybe that could be, but I got really the feeling that not too much was shown about what the asawa of Miss Jaclyn Jose was doing there. Not too much was shown, and in fact, here comes the interesting story about it. His part in this episode was actually short-lived. What happened, Jaclyn Jose, the time was basically very short here. You saw how she was living with her asawa. You could definitely see that he was planning there some activism stuff and wanted to do some stuff there that he felt that was right to do. And very shortly, she got already the notice from somebody from government. I actually don't know who exactly that was. Somebody told her something like this: your asawa is not there anymore. Something like that. And he also was making some kind of remark, something like that he thought that because he was against, he's an activist. He was rated down by that person who gave that information. Something like comunista, something like that. That he was a comunista because he was maybe against establishment. Maybe he was an activist, something like that. That is my impression out of this episode. What happened in this at the beginning of the episode, and that showed already. That was this episode, by the way. I think is also the first time I saw the late but very great Miss Jaclyn Jose. I already was very impressed by this supreme actress, because her reaction when she heard that her Asava is not there anymore, that he's really vanished, because that is basically the title of Desaparecidos. It's the vanished people, the people that are not there anymore. And yeah, I was super impressed by it. You watch, I saw the scene where she's all by herself, and she is totally breaking down, and this is the power of Pinoy acting in general. Most Pinoy actresses are so powerful when they are playing a person that is all by herself, most basically. In this show, she was all by herself, and she just received that notification that her Asava is gone, most likely forever, because he never showed up again. And how she was breaking down, that is so strongly played. I, as a viewer, I have no choice but to cry with her. You got no choice. It is so touching you. You must cry with her. There's no other course. And when you see an actress like that, like Miss Jaclyn Jose, who can perform this, and yes, there are lots of actresses who can also perform this, but the way how she performed that is smashing. That is really a killer. So then you can only show the biggest respect ever to Miss Jaclyn Jose. And yeah, no, I think in that scene that maybe it could be, if I remember correctly, it's already a while ago that I watched it. Maybe she was later joined by Anand, which was at that time played by Camille Prats, because she had a younger. Camille Prats was playing the younger character that later became Miss Claudine Barrett. And yeah, then we must move on in the story. Then later we are shifting now to later years. And Claudine's character, that first was played by Camille Prats, is now older, and it looks like something is happening that is, for her Nanai, kind of scary somehow. It looks like Claudine's character somehow is also very affected by the vanishing of her Tatai. It seems like she also wants to become an activist, also wants to maybe rebel against the establishment. She is tired of the establishment, and also is even making some kind of rallies against the establishment, which of course is dangerous, because later there are some people from the government, obviously, who try to stop those rallies, and everybody needs to escape very quickly, or else they might be put into a press or something like that. And this is something that Jaclyn Jose's character does not really like, because she already lost her Asava. She does not like to lose her daughter as well. But what follows in this very beautiful Maalaala Mo Kaya story is that mother and daughter, in a sense, this is a mother-daughter story. It feels like this is creating a gap, some kind of border between mother and daughter, because Claudine's character feels so strongly about her activism, maybe also because she is so affected by the loss of her Tatai. She really thinks she needs to do that. But her Nai thinks she should let go of that, because, yeah, I mentioned it before, she doesn't want to lose her daughter. But what happened, what are the ramifications of that, is that they become estranged. looks like they don't want to live anymore together anymore, and yeah, there is a parting, which is very sad. But here comes basically the best friend of Jaclyn Jose. It is played by the great Miss Susan Africa. She tries to mediate here. She really tells her, yeah, what I've forgotten to mention is the fightings between Claudine and Jaclyn Jose are so strong there. It seems almost like Miss Jaclyn Jose is almost disowning her daughter, and in that, because it looks like she disowns her daughter. That's why Susan Africa tries to mediate here and says, please don't disown your daughter. Please have mercy on your daughter. And that is basically what happens after that. It looks like they come back together and they really reconcile. There's really some reconciliation. Yeah, and in a sense, then it happens that there's at the end of that episode, there's some kind of mourning episode about all the tragic victim, about the martial years, where they even hold, where there's a big group of people and they even hold candles. And do they even sing a song? I think they even sing some kind of song, but don't ask me which song that is. I have forgotten. And yeah, this is actually a very good story. Very touching, powerful performances, and all these little other happenings of the stories. I don't need to mention all these stories, middle other happenings at all, because that is the core story, and it's really powerful story. Really almost an inspiring story that you should definitely get mother and daughter or other people, father and son, you should never become estranged. You should always try to work out your differences, and that's the beauty of this. And now comes the coughing. Yeah, maybe I talk too much. That's why I cough. I don't know. Yeah, number 3. But it's very natural that it can happen. So I think I should leave you now. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because that would give you a chance for more great vlogs, and me gives it a chance that I can build more the channel. Because actually I would love to become a vlogger that is a full-time vlogger. That would really make me happy to serve you with more great stories like this. Yeah, blah 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 blah. The best is that I leave you now and do another vlog. So see you again. Love you, you my fellow vloggers. See you back again. See you soon. Bye bye.